Hey, this is Scott from Auburn Road Vineyards. So this is the second video in our two-video Enoteca and outlet training course, for lack of a better word. This video is going to focus on the regulatory side of what we do. The first video, which I hope you watch, if you haven't already, please do, relates to what an outlet is if you are working at an outlet, and also how to present the wine to your guests and how to hopefully sell the wine to your guests. But this part deals with the regulatory side of what we do, which is extremely important. So the first thing to note is that you obviously are serving alcohol, and there are very serious rules about how you do that. The most important one, or one of the most important ones, of course, is you don't serve people that are under 21. We ask our staff at the beginning of each day to put in their heads what this date 21 years ago was, so when you ask somebody for their card or their ID, you know what it is you're looking at. And our policy is to card almost everyone. If they are really young looking, they probably just got their, just had their 21st birthday, they'll be excited to show you the card. If they look old and gray like me, they'll be flattered that you carded them. So don't be afraid to do that, it's important. Secondly, it's important not to serve people that are intoxicated. Now, we have a sheet here that you hopefully will have with you. Your manager should have printed one out, which is your alcohol awareness sheet that I created. And please read through that. And basically what it talks about is the effects of alcohol and how you notice that somebody, or how you recognize somebody has had too much to drink. Most of you probably know exactly what that is, but it's glassy eyes, slurred speech, slightly uncontrolled motions, being loud, not being able to balance well. All of those things are indicia of drunkenness, and it's super important that you don't allow people that are showing those signs to continue to drink. And it is within your power and the power of your managers to not serve them any more alcohol, and it's important that we do that. So please read through the how to recognize the intoxicants, or someone who's intoxicated. But then the next step, of course, is what do you do about it? First thing you do is obviously you tell them you can't serve them anymore for here. They're welcome to buy wine to take with them to go, but you're not serving them anymore at that sitting. The other thing to do, particularly if you don't feel like they are safe to drive, is to make sure to get them water, make sure to get them food if they haven't otherwise eaten, make sure to get them coffee. But all that really does, particularly coffee, is just make them a more awake drunk. The only thing that cures intoxication is time. So please make sure that they take the time and are not leaving until you feel like they are competent to operate a vehicle. If they have a designated driver, that's great, that's not a problem. Still, you should not be serving intoxicated people, but at least you know that they can go home and get a ride. We have often here made sure that they leave their car and get an Uber if we don't feel like they were competent to drive and to do so safely. It is important that you remember all of that in terms of dealing with people that have consumed too much, because even though they may wind up not being happy about it, they will thank you tomorrow when they have not had an accident or they have not hurt somebody or themselves. The last thing then is on the back of the last page of this form is a form for you to fill out, sign your name to, that you have undergone this training and read this document. That will be kept on site in a folder for that specific purpose. And so if a regulator ever comes, they know that you have been trained to deal with alcohol-related issues. Also, you need to fill out this form, which is the E-141A, which you should have one of those on your location. Make sure your manager has you fill one of these out if you have undergone this training. If you have any questions about anything, or if in the moment you are having an issue with somebody who is intoxicated and you are unsure of what to do, or you need support from us, please don't hesitate to call. It is that important. My number is 215-625-4863. Again, 215-625-4863. Use it anytime, day or night. We are working 7 days a week, and it is super important to keep your company safe, our company safe, and most importantly, the guest and anybody the guest comes in contact with safe. So please do not hesitate to call if you have any questions or problems or issues at the moment with a guest who's being a problem. That is everything we've got, and thank you so much for working with us and for helping to sell Auburn Road wine. And please, I also, as I mentioned in the previous video, we'd love to have anybody watching this come out and visit us. We'd love to show you around, have you taste some wine, see what the place is all about. So we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks again.